This painting is 600 years old, and art historians still cannot agree on what it actually shows. Is it a wedding? A memorial? A legal document disguised as a portrait? Or something darker? A man who commissioned a painting of his dead wife and hid the proof of her death inside it? Every theory sounds convincing, none of them is proven, and the man who painted it left exactly one clue: his own name written on the wall in the middle of the scene. This is the Arnolfini Portrait, painted in 1434 by Jan van Eyck. And once you see what's hidden inside it, you will never look at it the same way again. At first glance, it seems simple. A man and a woman standing in a well-furnished room. He raises his hand. She takes it. They look composed, formal, wealthy. But start looking closer, and the questions begin. The room they stand in is loaded with objects that feel too deliberate to be decoration. Above them hangs a bronze chandelier. Van Eyck painted it with extraordinary precision, every curve catching light differently, every detail rendered as if it could be touched. But look carefully. There are two candle holders. Only one has a lit candle, and it burns directly above the man's head. The other, above the woman, has burned down completely. In the visual language of the 15th century, a burning candle above a person signified the living presence of God watching over them. An extinguished candle meant something else. It meant the person beneath it was no longer alive. So, who is this woman? And why did he have her painted? The man is believed to be Giovanni Arnolfini, a wealthy Italian merchant living in Bruges. The city was at that time one of the richest trading hubs in Europe, a place where fortunes were made in silk, fur, and fabric. Arnolfini was exactly that kind of man: prosperous, powerful, connected. His clothing tells you everything: a velvet tabard trimmed with marten fur, a wide-brimmed black hat. These were not simply clothes. They were a statement of position. Every layer was worth more than most people earned in a year. The woman beside him wears a green gown lined with squirrel fur, a garment that, according to scholars, may have required close to 2,000 pelts to produce. She is dressed as his equal in wealth, but her identity has been disputed for centuries. Now look at what she's wearing. That gathered fabric at the front of her dress. Is she pregnant? Some historians say yes. Others argue it was simply the fashion of the time, the way wealthy women wore their gowns. Heavy fabric bunched forward as a display of textile wealth. Van Eyck painted the Virgin Mary in a nearly identical silhouette in another work, and she is clearly not pregnant there. But here's what makes the question harder to dismiss. Behind the woman carved into the wooden bedpost is a small figurine. It depicts a woman standing on a dragon. Art historians identify her as Saint Margaret, the patron saint of women in childbirth, celebrated in legend for surviving being swallowed whole. You do not carve Saint Margaret into a bedpost by accident. And then there is the mirror. Small, circular, convex. It hangs on the far wall just below the inscription. In it, the entire room is reflected. The backs of the couple, the window, the chandelier, the wooden beams above, and two additional figures standing in the doorway. One is dressed in blue, the other in red. They are witnesses, and one of them, many believe, is Van Eyck himself. The painter stepping inside his own painting to record that he was present. Which brings us to the inscription above the mirror, written in careful, formal Latin. Johannes de Eyck, Fuithich, 1434. Jan van Eyck was here, 1434. This is not a typical artist's signature. Painters of this era sign their work quietly, modestly, often hidden in shadow. Van Eyck wrote this as a declaration, as a statement of presence, as something closer to a legal record than a name on a canvas. Some historians have argued that this painting was never just a portrait, that it was a document, visual proof that a union had taken place, witnessed, recorded, and sealed by the presence of the artist himself. But if that is true, if this is a wedding portrait, then why is the candle above her extinguished? Here's the theory that refuses to go away. Giovanni Arnolfini's first wife died in 1433, 1 year before this painting was made, and the evidence suggests she died in childbirth. Under this reading, the painting shifts entirely. The saint carved into the bedpost is not a wish for a safe delivery. It is a memorial to one that was not. The extinguished candle is not a coincidence of composition, it is a marker. The dog at their feet appears in the funerary tradition as a guardian meant to accompany the dead. The green dress, the gathered fabric, the saint on the post. Not signs of a pregnancy to come, signs of a pregnancy that already ended in grief. What Van Eyck painted, in either case, is something extraordinary. A room so precisely rendered that scholars have spent 6 centuries reading it like a text. Objects placed with such intention that every theory feels possible and none feels complete. Van Eyck was the greatest technical painter of his age, a man who could capture a reflection in a convex mirror with a single hair brush, who painted light as if he had invented it. He knew exactly what he was doing. Every object, every candle, every shadow. The question is whether he wanted us to know, or whether the mystery was always the message. Leave your theory in the comments. I want to know what you think is really happening in this room. And if this is the kind of painting that makes you look twice, subscribe. There are hundreds more waiting. This print is available on Galleria 48. If you'd like it in your home, the link is in the description, and it goes directly toward keeping this channel going.